Told I would never say it would have ended like this. Oh, we went down a limb, now we're standing in the middle of a mess. Who wanna tell your friends but me and my friends weren't good enough, weren't good enough? Who wanna tell your friends but me and my friends weren't good enough, weren't good enough, weren't good enough? Oh, 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 I never wanna listen. Oh, 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 I never wanna listen. Oh, 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 just every night. Here we go, on and on, will never end. Control is what you want. Gotta go, slowing down just won't make the cut. Doesn't work like that for us, so we go and we go and we go. Go and tell everyone our dreams are too big and we are in over our heads. Oh, go and tell all of me and my friends, so we'll nail this deal all night, yeah. Been dreaming big since a man, never let reactions out. We know that we can cross divides, so we must dissolve the ties. She starts to cry, I'm sorry, I'm lost in your eyes. Reminiscing back when we were sitting in the chairs together, wishing that you never had to watch me board the airliner. I'm only acting like I never thought I cared about her more than what we thought, but it never stopped. Now she needs my help again to save the world in self-defense. The bombs refuse to let me in. The weapon is perplexing them, the messages were never sent, and so I have to stop and just pretend it's dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. These are the finals of the Open Qualifier bracket for the Cobx Masters Phase 2 qualifiers here, the Indian qualifiers to be precise. And here we will find out the last team, or which team will pick up the last slot that is up for grabs for the main event. One of the teams has not been announced yet, but that's a direct invite. Beyond that, we've got Tigers. We've got Detonator, we've got Exclamation Mark, both those teams hailing from the SAA region, of course, through the SAA qualifiers. Will signify making it through the closed qualifier bracket already representing India. So, will it be the ROG Titans, probably the number 2 team here, at least where they want to be, and that's at least that's a good start, right? Everyone wants to be number 1, but so far Titans, they've always found to Signify. Signify just seems to be a level beyond a lot of the other Indian teams, but almost there. Let's not count them out. A version of the stack, actually, with Fly Solo and RR, but with the core of Moon 2018 and Divine. A version of that played in the ESL 1 Mumbai qualifiers, and they also lost to Signify in the end, but they ended up beating the ROG Titans. So keep that in mind. The Titans are not unfallible.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, let's take a look at this draft. Oracle, Viper. It's Oracle, good counter to Bounty Hunters, so you can always just purge off the tracks. Having something like that available is super useful. Bounty Hunter these days, though, played in a little bit of a different way as well. Can be run as that 3-position core that just keeps running at people, genading, just getting a lot of extra gold that way.
5 seconds remaining.
It's accelerating. He also does a lot of damage with that. So we'll see if they want to go down that route or still want to run him as a 4-position. I mean, you still do the same thing, really, just not hitting creeps in the meantime. Rubik, though, normal response to the Viper, makes the Viper really squishy, so it's the kind of solution that you're looking for. Stealing that Nether Toxin, good in a number of different ways. I mean, it doesn't just break the Viper's passive that gives him extra magic resistance, but also just decreases magic resistance as a whole. So you drop that on him, and he's super freaking squishy to Rubik, and just drop Fate Bolt for a ridiculous amount of damage. Mention adding a Shuriken Toss or something like that to the mix, so you gotta be very careful about that if you're the Titans. Tiny comes out, Lifestealer still in the pool, so almost there. We'll grab that one up. A bit of an invis carrier. The Lifestealer these days, relying less and less on just having carriers for him. He's getting pretty quick on his feet by himself. Of course, can always farm with the Midas. I have seen a Lifestealer yesterday go back to that. Yeah, that was actually against the ROG Titans. As I lay dying, not sure who was hiding behind that. I mean, didn't have a ticket, so it didn't have the proper names for all of these players. But that Lifestealer went for the old school right-clicking build. Still with the face boots, Midas, but then into the Desolator. MKB and whatnot up against the Phantom Assassin. Didn't work out in the end. The Titans did end up doing quite well. Both those games, they did have this strong agility carry. Game number 1 was an anti-mage who got out of hand. Ended up helping them win the game. Game number 2, it was a Phantom Assassin who ended up 11-1.
5 seconds remaining.
Titans are still looking for that kind of hero here, as they do get themselves the Night Stalker, the Phoenix, the response for almost there. I kind of like that, actually. Because Night Stalker does have a lot of attack speed, but only at night. Phoenix, whenever it's supernova, it doesn't matter if it's Dark Ascension or not, it's always going to be daytime. It's a literal freaking sun in the middle of the battlefield, so you're not going to make it nighttime no matter what you do. So, the Night Stalker is not going to have any sort of extra help to deal with that Phoenix supernova. And neither do all the other heroes, so don't really necessarily have a solution to that right now. At the same time, almost there, don't have anything that can protect a supernova beyond that, so wouldn't be too surprised actually to see a Kunkka come out. The very popular last pick. Let's go. okay, a similar theme, you know, watery kind of hero, but it is the Morphling, which is a lot more interesting, actually. Because you already have the Lifestealer who can kind of fill that role, Morphling. A little bit more extreme. And yeah, he also needs some
10
time to get
seconds
going.
remaining.
But he scales much better into the
5
late game than the
seconds
Lifestealer.
remaining.
Hey, if he goes for that morph into friendlies talent, you can turn into the Lifestealer, get that rage up and running, or failing that, I mean, you can always just turn into the Viper throughout the Nether Toxin and basically have yet another way to turn that against him. In some ways, I kind of like this draft. If they can survive the laning stage, because it seems a little bit weak right now. I mean, Rubik, Phoenix, not exactly known to be lane dominators. Content is good if he has the right support, but if not, he can just be bullied out with a lot of extra damage. Lifestealer is good. So that's the one solid lane that they have. Morphling also shouldn't really die, but early on, you still gotta be careful. Only so far that you can extend yourself. Titans get themselves a Fuzzy Wuzzy Ursa coming into play. Either one position. Stock offlane, yeah, that makes sense. Ursa, pretty good counter to lots of Lifestealer, and of course a Supernova Phoenix. It's probably one of the better heroes that they could have gone for in this position. Yeah, we'll see what they can do. 1 second, actually.
Prepare for battle.
Adjust this one a little bit, just from yesterday. But we have almost there on the side. 4 points.
A loss so
Side
small,
rock.
the world will hardly notice.
Got themselves at Fuzzy Wuzzy. There we go. Again, no tickets, we don't quite have the proper team names.
Well, look at that.
An interesting movement there for the Lifestealer as he's trying to sneak by.
I almost feel bad.
And actually being successful right now, so... Most Cobx can just walk up, rage, try and get the rune, and then get out of there. Maybe that's the plan.
30 seconds to battle.
This could be interesting, because they've also got 2 heroes up here. Changes, that's Luciano hiding behind that. Might be a name that some may recognize. Gonna take the bounty hunter to the offlane. A little bit of help from the Phoenix. Alright, yeah. No shenanigans for the Lifestealer. This bounty hunter already started to steal some money. Gold here from the Janata, and yeah, he does get the bounty run. Evil Ash actually is super freaking low. Another big hit. I mean, it's not just the gold, it's also the extra damage, plus 80. It's quite a lot to contend with. Evil Ash, he doesn't even have a salve, so he's not going to be back up to full health anytime soon, unless, okay, he gets a salve over from Hunter. He's actually taking up that support role. Or maybe not. Saitama is actually making his way through there. I was going to say, no, Evil Ash was the support here. And they just made the lane adjustment, yeah, okay. Makes a lot more sense. You want that Ursa matchup against the Lifestealer if at all possible, so can start stacking up that all the Fury swipes as early as possible. Have to contend with the Rubik here, just clicking away at you for a little bit, but eventually Oracle should be able to just contend with that a lot better. And start right clicking onto level 2, level 3, you have your combo with the Purifying Flames. Fortune's End, do a lot of damage with that. A lot of back and forth here. Mid lane should be in favor of Viper in the early levels at least. I think gotta be very, very careful here. As he's he more some extra strength, but he also needs some extra region, which is flying out to Kerr right now. Or walking out, so 10 goes on the south. I'll get him back up to full. Eventually, once you get some lifesteal going, you can probably hold your own without that. Yeah. Vipers these days also have to make a decision. Like, do you want to go for the heavy poison tech build? Do you want to max out that Toxin? I wonder if there's an argument to be made for just going old school, just poison attack, Viper Strike, maybe just a value point in it. But not even a value point, because I mean, okay, top lane. Ooh, 2018. He's actually in a lot of trouble here. He does die first as Evil Ash. Kind of low here, and the right click across the tree. That's the counter kill, but first blood advantage goes away. Titans down bottom. Okay, they just learned to fight with 2018. Took the opportunity to say, hey, yeah, I'm just gonna help out on here. Saitama kind of low himself. Of Stalver ready to go. Just needs to make sure that it doesn't get cancelled by a random Phoenix Spirit. Evil Ash immediately matching this rotation as well. To handle that quite nicely. Tossing him back in 835 and still level 1 Phoenix. No way to dive out of this one. Saitama only has to look on there. Didn't even have to get involved, so he gives him the well played. Lanes are going well for the Titans so far. Mid though, I mean, Bush are unable to really keep the Morphling out, even with 2 points down a poison attack. But it's the rest of the region for Moon also being used. He's just thinking about committing harder there, but Pusher still has a South. So he'll be ready to go. Moon is gonna need something more, isn't he? Yeah, another South. Mango. Catch there as well for the Viper. Drop sword and yeah, Moon. I mean, you're not necessarily going to die. You have 2 points up into the attribute shift, so it's good enough rate that you'll be fine. You can always just shift to agility, get the max value out of the South. Always putting you up to full health. And meantime, you have to invest this extra money into region, but beyond that, he's still keeping up in terms of CS. As well as levels, and that's the important part. It's not really losing mid per se up against this Viper. It's very important considering the way these other lanes are going here. Evil Ash looking for toss back on the Rubik here. Is going to be slowed down himself. Saitama a couple of right clicks over on Divine, and they nuke him down. But once again, looks like this time they will lose Evil Ash in exchange. As Saitama tried to secure the range creep, but he did not. Using the overpower for this. There's a dive forward. Not too much damage being done. Rotation up top. I mean, I'd imagine Bounty Hunter's perfectly happy with this arrangement. Same amount of CS as a Night Stalker, but one. Alright, this time actually get to it. So deep again. 35, unable to help him out there actually, which is unfortunate. And now both of those bounty runes will go their way. Time looks like changes. Ooh, he's gonna get it, is he? Hunter? Oh, he's fast, he's not fast enough. They get the dust though. Maybe they can get the other type of bounty, but there's a TP in from Lifesteal of all people. Let's try and turn us to silence. Just to buy them some space to walk out. Well, there's multiple ways that you can hunt bounties, but also looking for this Viper in mid to dive in after the lift. Pusher, Verifier, trying to turn this, trying to do something. But not really a whole lot that you can do with no attack speed here. Haunter taking over. Now with 835, there's the combo. Haunter gets the last hit in 2018. Now he has to walk away. Doesn't have the bottle to get himself back up to a reasonable health pool. So making use of this movement speed at nighttime. And then flash up top here. They haven't made this the lanes adjust. Or they didn't match the lane adjustment just yet. I mean, Ursa's still down bottom as Evil Ash. In a bit of trouble here. Avalanche buying himself some space, but he's still super slow. Take the opportunity, get a free kill. On's only now coming back in. Not sure what he was. Oh, yeah, he was picking up a DD rune, so maybe can turn into something here, but gotta spur it off. Silence still holding on for a little bit longer, and there's no dive anyway. But the slow from the life stealer. Thing they can do to try and keep 2018 alive, but Haunter, he is determined. He's literally haunting 2018 right now. The Sun Ray, don't tell me. Oh my god. And now the dive off the map and back in. He's gonna get this kill after all. Maybe dove down towards the bottom, but Lifestealer can't even chase him because he's too fast. Oh man. Tried to literally fly off the map to keep himself safe, but that's not exactly the way it works, is it? Oh well. What was I gonna say? I was gonna talk about something and completely forgot. Must have not been so important. But yeah, no leather toxin yet on the Viper, so eventually he's gonna have to pick it up. And eventually, even a single point will work for the Rubik. The problem with this kind of build is that you do not have the ability to jungle farm at all. So you have to stay in lane, you have to keep dominating, you have to keep hitting creeps here. Luciano, he ends up dropping.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Getting gone on down bottom.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Did put the value point into the invis, which I do like. Sometimes easily bound, just skip that completely in favor of more points for shuriken toss, so you have even more burst to work with. I mean, again, this is a lot of damage, not just a lot of gold being siphoned off, so good harassment. And with a couple of extra points in shuriken toss, it also scales very well. That department. Okay, once comes over on Rubik, but ooh, counter from Moon. He does have that AoE silence to work with too, as it turns out. Turned into the Night Stalker, but 835 with a bit of perch.
Dire's top tower is
Haunter.
under attack.
And then fast now. I'm gonna continue to try and mess with them. There's no way that they can get a kill here. Well, good vision as
Dire's
well.
top tower is under attack.
Getting that ward way. Got that button. There's silence. There's the root. Hold him in place. One or two more clicks. Another good catch. Keep the bounty down. Always going to be useful. Not as useful as it would be to get a kill or two on a Morphling. Or perhaps a Lifestealer who's just finished up their face boots. He's not actually... he's sitting at 3k, so... Doesn't seem like it's all that much, but he's sitting near the top of the chart right now. Karma just a little bit ahead with a couple of extra kills that he's been able to get, but as a result he's much closer to his own Midas. And it's now going in 2018. Off the target though, okay, they just walk in.
Radiant's middle tower
Click the Rubik twice, and out of silence, into the slow. There's not gonna be another dive in a couple of seconds. So Tama, can they get him? They can indeed! No armor on this Phoenix, at least. Yeah, no armor whatsoever. Tranquil Boots don't give that to you anymore. Oh god, pick up the rune, dude. Oh, I was gonna say. Walking away from the rune when a bounty hunter was walking in? Yeah, no. That would be disastrous. Back. Wasn't sure what to show you can toss though to try and cancel it. Guess what? There's another track on A35. Disarm, buy himself some time. There's gonna be some help coming in. Not sure if he needs it. Reapplies the track. Super freaking fast. One more crit will do it as he gets that right now. 835. Not for the count. So one of these cool little things he can do against some heroes. His push has been gone on in mid. The Sun Ray with Moon clicking away, and with or without Nether Toxin, it's not exactly a situation you can keep yourself alive and need someone to TP in and try and interrupt, but so far they have not really been putting priority on that. Changes.
Dire's structures are fortified.
So that's available, even Lash, and they realize that he's around, tossing him under the tower, onto the claws of the Ursa. 2018 1, they're coming in to try and turn this around. Did get the Supernova out here, as Ursa's not quite ready to fight it. Evil Ash looks like he's possibly going to die. He's being healed up right now, though, by E35. Another round of spell stuff from the Phoenix after the Supernova has exploded, that they do burst him down. But Broadcast Divine also goes down now. One compromising position. He does have a rage to work with, and he's pretty damn fast on his feet with those phase boots, so they're unable to chase him down. And Willing Saitama kind of low on health, and so no one rage for another 1 second. But he does have his Midas in his inventory right now. 11 minutes, 50 seconds. Lifestealer still 700 gold away or so. Or even, yeah. 800 gold is 850. That recipe costs a whole lot now. And oh, Saitama. Back at it. Gonna need some lifesteal then, and after. With that, you can actually probably also already go Roche if you want. You're not always gonna have overpower, so the extra attack speed from the Midas is not even the worst thing on earth. Yeah, they do see changes. Evil Ash out of dust. Tracked up, but he's hanging around to make sure that Viper stays safe, and the two of them together should be just fine. I see Avalanche tossing him under the tower, actually, Pusher, with the ultimate and still have a sentry there, so changes with the tree toss. Yeah, they're trying to heal him up, but no, that's not really going to work, because, well, Moon turns into Viper for a second here. Evil Ash lifted up, and it's going to be brought down sooner or later. It's now Viper versus Viper. Moon, oh, can be busted down! 835 gets him! I don't know how much health he had left, whether that kill was in Morphling form or whether it was in Viper form, but either way. Heavy magic nukes. Eventually a Bane for the Morphling. Yeah, he was sitting at close to max agility. Wasn't completely healthy even in his Morphling form, so I think he morphed back. Was at the wrong time. Eats a Purifying Flames to the face. Ends up dropping. Gotta be extremely careful about this. This game. Oh, actually, yeah, I did see that one coming. The tree missing, so a bit of sliver of vision there. 35 was standing in.
Radiant structures are fortified.
You can always reach up after root, so it's just a spell used to force out that rage, make sure that it doesn't feel comfortable staying around in this lane, but was never gonna lead into a kill. As oh, Evil Ash picked up again. They really hate those tiny 5, 6 deaths now. It's a poor guy. He's got the 7 assists though, so set up a little bit more as changes. And we got another silence. Supernova need to try and deal with it, but I don't think they really can. False promise to keep Haunter alive, but just pumping in a lot of damage. Now another one of spells. 2018 commits over on 835. He will pop in the end. Another TP in from Viper. Not sure if that isn't a little bit too late, but I want to try and at least get some of these supports. Divine will enough time before the TP can come through. 835 is actually still alive. He's taking a lot of damage over time though. Now 2018, yeah, no way to cancel that TP now.
Double kill.
So a 2-for-1 exchange in the end. It's just about to be rune time as well though, and like Moon will exchange us, they'll be able to get those two. But Evil Ash back at it again. He can kill the ones on the other side. Well done indeed. So yeah, even though he dies a lot, he's just being focused by the bounty and everyone else. He's still having an impact, right? Still setting up for the rest of his team to try and succeed. Downside is though, you're playing up against a bounty hunter, so he's gonna click you, he's gonna steal gold, he's gonna kill you with track, and he's gonna make sure to get more gold for himself as well as the rest of the team. And the Midas is going as well for the Lifestealer, so especially the Viper is gonna have some issues catching up. Poison attack is good and all, but it doesn't help you farm as well as in Nether Toxin mode, so he's not gonna have an easy way to keep up. Haunter's similar story. I mean, you're a hero killer. You don't have any ways to farm waves, to farm creeps, or jungle creeps, so need to be aggressive. Certainly now at nighttime. Why they okay? A nice little toss back here onto Rubik. What I'm talking about here. Get a tower, get a kill, and sure, get another tower. Why the hell not? Especially if it's a Rubik. don't have to worry about another toxin ruining your day as
Is under attack.
yeah, not running around in this. There's a bunch of dust. And the supports as well as Night Stalker, but no sentries anyway.
Radiant's middle tower is
Ooh,
falling.
do they still fight him? Nah, they just think and toss forward actually from Saitama.
Dire's top
Forcing out
tower
that die
is
from
under attack.
2018.
Radiant's middle tower is
So
under
far,
attack.
this Phoenix has been really good about using Supernova only when Saitama wasn't ready to counteract it. He now has his Blink target though, so he can potentially
Radiant's
getting
middle
closer.
tower is under attack.
What? How they not purge both of those? Bit weird.
Dire are scanning.
In any case, so a couple of Supernovas that we've seen in this game so far have been in a position where Ursa was in a position where he couldn't actually deal with it. So can keep doing that. Keep winning team fights and skirmishes and whatnot. I mean, this game is still very even if you just look at the metrics, if you look at the net worth distribution.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
We're a little bit worried about Moon falling a bit behind.
Dire's
But
middle
they do
tower
get that
has
kill
fallen.
on the tier 1 tower themselves. They end up losing that tier 2 though. I mean, I don't know how they freaking kill a tower so fast, but apparently did just that. Smoke up. Oh, they have a ward here, so false sense of security. Or the dire side, perhaps working against Haunter right now. But maybe Spidey senses the thing he's seeping out, but it's gonna be cancelled. Oh, what? Yeah, just in the nick of time. Tracked up afterwards. Oh, it says to leg it. Sunray doing a lot of work, but it is nighttime and he's pretty damn fast. I would have almost loved to see the Phoenix just press the Supernova, turn it into day so they can get this kill, but ultimately it's probably not worth it. Especially if you hope to contest Roche. Saitama didn't actually end up going for the lifesteal mask. He's having some more issues than he maybe should, but Enrage keeps him safe. Maybe Pusher can back up for a little bit, but one way or the other, Aegis in his hands. Gonna have to use the Midas as well. That's been off cooldown for a while. Go. In almost there, they don't really have a way to get Roche themselves. But ideally, you want to be in a position to contest. It's a nice sneak in that sense. Or Rock Titans. Being able to get that down is certainly one of these objectives that you need to be able to take if you're going to draft an Earther. It's just so important to keep the momentum going. And well, question is, how can you convert that into more momentum for the rest of your course? I mean, Viper needs a lot of money if he wants to scale alongside the Ursa. I think you can just go full agility here, or full utility. He didn't even go for the ATOS. He's going for more of a right-clicky thing. Excuse me. Very interesting build, actually. He does have the medallion, 4-star for his own build. He can turn it into Hurricane Bike later down the line. As 8-5 actually being gone on as the Supernova. Oh, Saitama didn't have the overpower, but they have plenty of right clicks between the 4 of them. And now the Silence over Bounty Hunter still trying to track him down. Meanwhile, Viper looking for more here. Rubik taking him out first, but he's still broken. No 4-stuff available. He used it already, so they're gonna get this counter kill. Moon, of course, also more than a toxin from him. It's the family side. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Saitama just gonna have to use the Aegis. Also wants to use the Midas though as Haunter. Yeah, taking over front time for just a moment. And the blink in. They want to try and turn this around onto the Morph Link. Not the easiest target to get down though. As they lose the Aegis, lose Haunter. Evil Ash completely out of mana. A couple of dusts come out. Saitama doesn't even have another enrage for a couple of seconds here. He's gonna die without having used the Midas. That's what really hurts me. With all of this, changes, he's still hunting people down. 835. Seems pretty dead right now. Disarmed the latest. Shuriken toss. Setting up for a nice little click. Did purge off the track at least. So no extra gold from that. Very ill-advised fight. Even though they did take down the Supernova. Was level 2, but maybe the overpower wasn't played. I'm not sure. Didn't see it, but they had enough right clicks to get it down very quickly. Then Viper going down again. Feels like he needs a BKB against his own Nether Toxin. Even if you kill the Rubik, all you need to do is get one down. Or Moon just turns into Viper and has another Nether Toxin available. So Pusher, not sure what he did with that 4-star, but it was controlled up. Side that Nether Toxin couldn't use the 4-star to get out. I'm assuming that that's one of the major reasons that he actually went for it. So yeah. Gonna need this Viper to succeed, or the Haunter. He can turn into a veritable right click. He's actually going for the BKB of his own. But none of these heroes. I mean, Viper does have the Toxin now, so it's kind of necessary eventually. Even though you're always gonna give it over, but it will help him catch up and farm and or keep up as much as possible. Haunter. Again, he needs to kill heroes to make that happen, but looks like he's gonna be killed any moment. Pops Dark Ascension at least, so that's a cooldown. Big cooldown actually down the drain, unless they can turn this into something, but Lifestealer infested into a Granite Golem. No one else really making their way in here. Looks like they're just gonna give up this tier 2, Haunter. I would fly out of there and realize that too. Well, top lane kind of being pushed. Not really, I mean, they're not gonna push decisively. They're gonna need some more heroes to TP back to defend this one.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Open a Granite Golem, Saitama, ready to go. Does have the overpower. Ideally, you want to wait for a few seconds, walk in, and then use the overpower, get a second round immediately afterwards. Oh, we'll try to actually catch somebody at 2018. Oh, no toss! What the hell was that? Did you not see him? Anyway. Going for Bounty Hunter. Hopefully it doesn't make him over eager. It is a whole lot of damage actually, if you look at it. It's doing right now. The pings. Walking over. Day 35. Is he gonna do it? Gonna do it. There's the track. There's the click. Ouch! Almost one-shot him, and certainly two-shot with the Shoyu toss. It's like, wait a second, what just happened here? That was a lot. Yeah, just a simple Oracle kill, but 500 gold almost. For the Bounty Hunter alone. Track does to you. 250 extra bonus gold. It's crazy. Actually crazy. More than you get for the kill normally, so.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Also have to give up the tier 2 mid. Almost there, they're just walking together as 5, and that's something that's RG Titans aren't really feeling comfortable engaging into necessarily. Mostly just skirmishes and pick-off heroes. All 4 of them gonna go the way of almost there, though. Also, they're slowly building their lead. Taking objectives off the map. Few kills here and there, and well, that's up to 6k now. Experience 4k. Rock Titans, they had a bit of momentum going for themselves, but they've kind of lost it. Versus got the Basha, but hasn't really been able to use it. Again, it just feels like they need these BKBs. They want to be able to take any sort of team fight. Viper actually getting close. Saitama also has it queued up at least. It's about halfway there, but okay, see the Granite Golem, but I also see Morphling. He's sitting in a very healthy position though. So Haunter pops a BKB, they can still go in. As trying to bring down Moon, but starting to morph. Like, that's not exactly the kind of target that you can go for. Divine, as a result, gonna be the choice for Haunter, but now Lifesteal comes out, tracked up. Supernova comes in, false promise, and Saitama going in to try and deal with it. One more click. Oh, he's what? He pressed him down. How? How's that possible? They just 5-man wiped them. What? What the hell? Alright, I guess.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Next destroyer 8. I think you only needed one more, but then he just disappeared.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And now they're gonna lose Rax. Oh my god.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are
Yeah,
under
I mean,
attack.
spent a lot of time trying to go on a Morphling.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Oh, Divine was just baiting him in deeper. I mean, that's the end result of what happened there, essentially. Lifestealer popping out.
Dire's top
That
shrine
ancient
is
granite
under
golem
attack.
is doing so much work. I mean, just with Radiance.
Dire's
And
top
Sal
shrine
gonna be done
has
too.
fallen.
It's just a courier. Pick up the recipe instead. All of a sudden, they're sitting at 15k. Both on him as well as the Morphlings. Way ahead. I mean, it's 6k gold. He just turned into 16k. He's got a full 5-man while probably a few Jackals in the middle of that and full set of racks. Like, that is such a huge loss. And now, well, if the last one was a desperation smoke, this one certainly is. You find someone good, but Moon, I'm not sure if that's the real one here. He does have the... he's starting to morph in. They're committing everything that they have, and now they're doing some damage. He can't morph everywhere. 5k gold, but he can buy back. He was so much community. Another Supernova comes out. Haunter using the BKB to try and walk away. Pusher, that TP will be cancelled here. Haunter with the BKB TP. He's getting out. So is Tiny with a false promise saving him.
Dire
Okay,
are
Roshan
scared.
not about to respawn. A very long counter on this one. 40 more seconds. She kind of got away with that. I mean, only losing the Viper there. A couple of BKB charges. No false promise either, though. That's still 11 Oracles. Super long cooldown at level 1. Despite the buyback here, they're going to try and go in Saitama. A couple of right clicks. That's the Bacchus over on the Morphling. You turn it into the Lifestealer, so you have the Rage available. Now it's time to morph. Silenced up, broken. And is he going to die again here? Is it going to die back? No, it gets the waveform out. Just in the nick of time. Oof.
Dire's middle tower is under
Popping back all the way to max agility. Do a little bit more here. There's a bit of a Spirit Vessel heal, stick charges, and he's back up to full. What a hero. And I was almost the way back in for the Rock Titans, honestly. If they got that kill, if they got that dieback, all of a sudden you have so much room on the map. You would have been able to get Roshan. As it stands. Almost there, they're able to make their way in. Some extra spirits in towards Roche, so can't even attack bad. So Aegis and Cheese, instant smoke.
Radiant's bottom
They want to push the advantage right now, they want to go in right here, right now, actually. Life's still showing himself. They're still walking across the map here, one by one. Pusher, he's isolated himself. Moment to realize this, and now, well, Moon, he keeps turning into teammates, you know. I know I can do that with what the cooldown is on this thing.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
What is the cooldown?
Invisibility.
How is there no cooldown on this? Is it always like this? I never noticed. A plus 20-second morph duration. That explains a few
Dire's
things.
middle tower is under attack.
Also 40 seconds is a 40-second cooldown, so you always have it available. Alright. They'll
Dire's
tell him
middle
actually.
tower
Plus 30 attack
has
speed. Yeah, normally you do see
Dire's
the
middle
morphers go for the
barracks
attack
are
build.
under
Attack speed, reform attacks targets, but then you just
Dire's middle barracks.
always just morph. Why the hell not? Again, it's really good. You have Rage. You have for free BKB.
Dire's bottom barracks are under
All the time, if you want to. Right? It's crazy. But yeah.
Dire's bottom
Gotta claim Mega Creeps here no matter what. BKB, Supernova comes out in the back and trying to deal with it. Saitama, a couple more right clicks, and they do get it down. Now with the Avalanche controlling the map, Saitama with false ones. You need to use that to fight, not to run away, but that's exactly what he's doing. Morphling, Lifestealer, they're able to do whatever they want. Well, Bybee still come out, but unable to stop the Mega Creeps. Now 835. Well, gonna die here, ain't he? Even with the track, so more money just in case you needed it. Moon diving all the way into the fountain. Maybe that's a bit too deep. But hey, maybe not two lifestealers going in. Ah, that is too deep.
Dire's middle
One
tower
taking quite a bit of damage, and he does have to cheese if necessary. No problem, eats that right there. It's time to walk away in these towers. So GG, well played. Is bound to become out right now. He's trying to get one more kill, but Moon a little bit too tanky. He has two giant healthful Swarbrooks, not just the one. Almost there. I mean, this game was starting to slip away for Rock Titans. But then that one fight in the top lane where they just got team wiped. In the blink of an eye, that's everything turned crazy. I mean, look at this. Like, oh yeah, slowly, then view, just shoots up from 6k to like 16k. There was just no stopping them at that point. They're almost there. They're actually almost there. Almost with their ticket to Mumbai. They only need to win one more game to knock out the Rock Titans and secure their spot. We'll see if they can do it. Stay tuned.
want my keys go. Did I want my keys going? I want my keys go. Did I want my keys going?
Which could be the last game of the qualifiers here for the Cobx Masters Phase 2 for this open qualifier bracket for the second Indian slot here. Almost there. Well, they're certainly almost there. Up 1-0 in the series against the ROG Titans, who did not quite have powerful enough draft here to withstand. Almost there here once they get the lifestealers was the Morphling aren't enough. And this one, this opener, already like very much already as well. The Shrek Slaughter, that's the offlane combo. It seems very, very powerful. Slaughter, you have so many stuns, pretty much reliably. You can walk up and crush anybody, not bashing people. And once you do, Leshrac is there with a follow-up splitter. And eventually, if you manage to isolate people with the Edict, as I say time and time again, it's a ridiculous amount of damage. Even at level 1, but certainly kill damage once you hit level 2 on that Diabolic Edict. And if all else fails, well, even if you don't get that, it's still super useful to push down these towers early in not just the tier 1s, but pretty much any tower that you can get your hands on. So if you end up winning some of these small little skirmishes, you can take objectives off of that single time. And the Titans, well, they've got a good combo themselves. Grimstroke Sven, one of the old school ones, almost, you could say. I mean, Grimstroke, of course, being a very new hero in the grand scheme of things, but we've seen it combo with the Sven more than once. Double Stormhammer.
Dire team pick.
Doesn't seem like the biggest deal,
Phantom
but
Assassin.
it is pretty decent. Extra stuns for extra people, because both of those are AoE as well, so you have a chance to hit some more than the two heroes that are soulbinded together. Now the Phantom Assassin, so you can get double dagger. Is not the craziest thing, right? But it can be a bit
10
useful, especially if you
seconds
go up to the triple dagger talent in the end. And because then you
5
get
seconds
6 daggers
remaining.
for the price of a single
Radiant
cast,
team pick.
which is hilarious to say the least.
Dire team ban.
More chances to crit, and it's what that hero's all about. Now with the Chen, yeah, I kind of like these combos. Very solid lanes. Kind of puts the Sven in the core position. Yeah, I can sort of see that. The Troll Wallet, though, I mean, he's one of the heroes that
10 seconds
can do
remaining.
quite well, even up against PA in certain circumstances. Like, you have some blind of
5
your own, PA
seconds
doesn't
remaining.
always have the chance to burst you down. Flip side is that, of course, until you get an MKB on the Troll, you're not really going to be able to manfight the PA without some serious help. Not that, though. Troll's one of these heroes that can scale quite nicely, even without the Slaughter buffing him up. I mean, it's also something worth considering. That Corrosive Haze. And also considering that the Edict from the Lashrak is also physical damage, so that's going to be amplified by that. There's a lot of good synergy here on the side of Almost There. Rubik just a solid support to kind of round that out. This is also where the Troll Warlord is a good choice, because he can kind of hold his own, so he doesn't need a very strong support hero to help him out in lane, and Rubik isn't really that, so he is relatively weak early on, but he turns really powerful the longer the game goes, like the more he can play around.
Radiant team ban.
Steal spells here and there, like yeah, I mean, not too many big combos with Soulbind if he manages to steal it from a Grimstroke, but beyond that, he's gonna find something that's useful for sure. Just looking for the last couple of heroes. Probably the mids. I mean, almost there. They can always send the Troll Warlord there if they really want to.
5 seconds remaining.
But I would presume that last pick will belong to the mid heroes. Ember Spirit actually still in the pool. It seems to be like one of the go-tos. Also haven't seen a Kunkka last game, of course, so that's always an option. I think the Titans, though, they need some more damage output. You go a little bit crazy, go a little bit off the rails. I mean, it's down to the wire here. You need to pull out something. Maybe something unexpected. So mid-Lion, for instance, really powerful together with a Grimstroke, actually, which is why I'm thinking of it. Well, they're taking some time to think about the last ban right now. So almost there. What's the Oyster Tip? And the Pangoli. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Would have been one of the heroes that just breaks Titan's back. Slay at this point could turn back into a Morphling. Wouldn't hate the Ember Spirit for almost there, though. That's it.
10
Seems
seconds
like you
remaining.
could really make use of a little bit of extra magic burst, a little bit of extra
5
mobility
seconds remaining.
before the Slaughter gets his Blink Dagger. Right now, they have no way to really start fights beyond just walking in and hoping for the best. Same can be said for Rock Titans, though, again, until they get the Blink Daggers, perhaps on Sven. They're gonna have an easier time doing that if he is at 3 position. The other good thing is that they do have the Chen to kind of fall back on with a lot of extra region to work with. So. What's it gonna be? You have to make a decision. No more reserve time, it's the Razor. Not sure how I feel about this one, honestly. Go. Pain.
Your hero.
Sure how I feel about that one either. I mean, kind of like the Quap better than the Razor in this for almost there. Because it does give you that magical burst again. I would have liked to see the Ember over the Queen of Pain, but it's the same kind of idea, right? I just feel like Queen of Pain is a less powerful hero overall. The ultimate seems underwhelming the later the game goes. Doesn't really scale particularly well. There are some extra nuances here. The changes, ever since the talent changes came in and whatnot, like I think that's 1.5 second fear in the Scream of Pain, for example. At level 25, that can be very useful.
5 seconds remaining.
Also range hero up against Razor, so that sense it's a better choice. We'll see if it's gonna. Razor on the other hand, good against Stroll in some ways, but I don't know, very momentum-based hero, so momentum-based hero. So if you do not get off the ground early, if you do get slowed down, and Queen of Pain can kind of stay away from your W's, so can't really rely on that. Queen of Pain is always just gonna blink away and try it, so you will probably see him not even put a value point in that, honestly. Don't see how it's worth it, so you just max out the passive, and you max out the plasma field, and you jungle the hell out of that hero. You have some pauses coming out, I guess. Hearing pause noises. There we go. Pause, unpause, unpause, pause. Okay. We're in the game now. Overall, though, yeah, I do like my almost does line up a little bit better. Speaking of that. Oh no, wait a second. Almost there. They're up on it all. Titans 0. And to production value. Okay, looks like we're ready to go. Potentially the last game of these qualifiers here. Of course, the Rock Titans, they hope to turn this into a 3-game series. They're going to have to execute though, I mean... Phantom Assassin, Razor, even Sven, they all need quite a few things, quite a few items and levels to really be combat effective. If they don't get that, well, they might have some issues. It's not too much crazy teamfight control. But I mean, again, once he gets a Blink Dagger, or if he's strong enough to just walk in for crushes to set up, I mean, it's very powerful in its own right, but mostly single target focused early on.
30 seconds.
There are certainly going to be ways to play around this, certainly once you have the Grimstroke combo online. That's probably one thing that they can rely on. It's also really good against the Queen of Pain. Like, you can't blink away when you bound to somebody. If you just have the effect on it, yes, you can blink away. But if you actually bound to somebody, you don't have that ability. So Queen of Pain can turn out to be rather squishy in those kind of circumstances. Up top, looks like they were thinking about perhaps contesting that. A stunt coming out from Haunter. Nice little toss back here to stop the follow-up. We'll get both bounty runes, but at the same time, On bottom, they what?
I almost feel bad. These wretched
A35 got
fools
2,
have
but yeah,
no
2018
idea.
changes. They got 1 each, so. I'm slightly confused because we only saw 3, but A35 picked the secondary one picked up the secondary one a little bit later. Bit of misplay there, splitter just randomly before the crush setup. Wind up time there actually, half a second or so, 0.35. Yeah, it's plenty of time if you are in range of the 1 second stun.
Not for you.
Looking at this lineup, I would have thought that Slaughter would be position 3, but of course you can also just as easily run him in 4 position. Get Leshrac, that extra experience, extra farm. Definitely also going to be very helpful. All things considered. There's the crush, there's Split Earth, they're going to connect here. First spot somewhere else though. A35 not out of the woods yet though, is I think he'll barely be able to make it. First spot goes their way though, as Rubik dies in top lane. Looks like they were able to make this combo work. Alta eats a mango, still has 2 more available. It's Divine, goes up again. Gotta be a bit careful again. You have a crush and the split off combo down bottom. Up top you have the Storm Hammer to Inkswell combo, now the Phantom's Embrace as well to prevent any sort of lift shenanigans from the Rubik. Could use to try and keep himself alive. And well, if he can't do that, then what's he gonna do? I mean, he's level 1, with no Fate Bolt, there's no way he can trade against these kind of heroes. So that is Silence Stun. It's just gonna get the solo kill here.
To a future of grief.
A lot of damage done. Fairfire keeps him alive for now.
Queen.
Have a little humility.
Radiant's
Troll
top
seems
tower
unimpressed.
is under
Like
attack.
he's like,
How many
dude,
daggers
you
am I
deal with your own
looking at?
problems, all right? Just gonna try and click creeps. 6 and 1 so far to 11-4. So this lane is going well. Lane, relatively even. For sure. Value point and static link. But all that's ever gonna do is force out the blink. It's Moon. Very, very low, but it did have a star of waiting for him. He's gonna find out. It's a stun. Follow up. Oh, actually, try to lift him away, but slightly missed time. They get rid of the Phantom's Embrace. The right clicks. They are real enough. Very, the stick charges keep him safe, but onto way too fast. They throw out another stun. There you go. 2 kills up top. Meanwhile, Razor ended up dying to Moon.
Double kill.
Sort of extending up against the Queen of Pain while that was happening. Quite a bit of blood being spilled early on in all the lanes that I would have not have expected it in. Down bottom is, I would have thought a lot of action would be. Just starter setting up. It stands though, like, gotta be a bit careful. He does have stick charges, another Verify. Yeah, Tango, so Saitama. Gotta be a bit careful. Edict on level 1, opted for the 2 points up in the split earth. Damage scaling is quite nice. You mostly do it for the radius.
Denied. Not for you.
I'm actually jumping in. Crush. There's the split earth. There's the bash. That's a lot of damage here. But Edict on level 1 also shared between the creeps. That's kind of the one problem that you have. As they could transfer over to A35 here as they realize, wait a second, you're hanging around too much more squishy? Yeah, of course, you're just gonna kill you instead. Saitama, all he has for region is stick charges. Another crush forward, 1, 2, 3, and bash! Not committing though, it could have needed like 2 more right clicks. Divine Favor on Saitama helping him out too, so with itself, I mean, look at this. 25% extra health is, what? Stroke dies up top, Divine still being man down, Haunter. Okay, he was trying to juke, but
You deserved it.
let's really make that happen. Hey, all that is space for Troll Warlord to catch up. But quite a bit of free space here. Haunter, oh, he's gonna secure these boundaries at least. Same story probably for 2018 down bottom, unless they smell kill here. Saitama, super freaking low once again. Bunch of shared tangos, Divine Favor can go a long way of helping you out. So it's not really enough to force him out of lane just yet.
Fortune.
But you can certainly start to see the pressure mounting here. People in mid, oh god. Starting to fall behind 18-2 with 26 and 17 denies on Moon. It's ridiculous. So the CS will also just be from jungle. We're just getting a bit of extra farm from these creeps, but a lot of them are worth a little bit less than lane creeps. Alright. So Moon completely styling on mid. Pretty good. Just goes in aggressively and push a straight up TP's out. I'm not dealing with this shit. Getting out of here. Also an Evil Ash up top at least. Back at it again.
Radiant structures are
Troll
fortified.
Warlord also doing a bit of jungle
Dire's
farming.
top tower is under attack.
Oh, taking some help. Moon does have an ultimate ready to go. Divine baiting out Evil Ash a little bit. Yeah, should be able to bring him down. Need to dodge a stun, need to get rid of the bug, but blink forward, couple of right clicks. Plenty of time at least for Haunter to get the hell out, but he is much harder to kill anyway.
Is under attack.
The Warcry helping him out. Get that TP mid. We'll hold on to the ultimate, so it didn't even have to use it there, which means it still has that off cooldown.
Has been killed.
Perhaps for some turnaround plays down bottom here, but he cannot TP there, so it's gonna be down 2018. Buy some space to the crush. So far, so good. The good part about the spell is that it just doesn't just stun you, it also slows you for another couple of seconds. And immediately start chasing people down, so Leshrac will be fine with the style. Looks like he's going for the Datos quickly. There's the crown going towards that later down the line. The Haunter dies somewhere up top, so trying to make a play here on the Slaughter. Still 3 of them, but this Slaughter proves to be quite tanky as it turns out. Now with the Edict, level 2, starting to do quite a bit of damage across all these heroes. A split off does connect on Chen. Don't feel comfortable engaging further. Saitama is still relatively healthy. 20 stick charges for emergencies.
I'll take that.
I'll kill to get at this point. Alright. They ended up dropping again, but this guy still has 4 kills and a lot of CS, so if you look at the net worth, he's still up there with the rest of them. Together with Troll, he locks up the can. Meanwhile, in the jungle, 2018 does get another crush up, but still dies to push as he rotates in. Evil Ash, kinda low, denies! Gets denied here. So annoying to deal with here with the Shadow Strike. Moon still alive though, somehow gets the blink away, changes, make the rotation. Now, is he gonna get the skill and push? Actually, he is!
Back to the
Oh my god, I was realizing it's too late. Wait a second, where's my health going? Changes, yeah. Leveraging the 3 points up in Edict, that's exactly what I was talking about. Not that isolated on a single hero. And if you have 6 armor to work with, it's just not enough. If you realized it early, you could have easily just popped the shrine and would have been a different story, but maybe even gets the kill on changes. As it stands, it can't be better way. Hey, Quap survives. Oh, still has that ultimate here. Might want to use it up against A35 to finish him off. Or he can just might as well just right click. I mean, you have a haste rune. There's no way to run away from you. Moon's stunned up though. Blink. It is necessary, and he gets it.
Killing spree.
Meanwhile, killing spree is down bottom.
your desolation and
Find that combo.
Radiant's bottom
These
tower
lanes.
is under attack.
Starting to dip more and more in favor of the Dire side. I mean, Haunter, again, he's still doing well, but he's looking to be the only one.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Saitama, next highest, 3k gold. Below the Leshrac and then Pusher. He's sitting at 2k, that's
Radiant's
supposed to be a
bottom
mid laner.
tower is under attack.
Doing
Dire's
everything he
top
can to
tower
crouch
is under
together,
attack.
magic wand. So they're gonna have to rely on the Sven.
Dire's top
Tower for tower.
has fallen.
Then
Radiant's
committing his
top
ultimate,
scan
changes committing maxed out edicts. So at this point, And start roaming around towards the other lanes, trying to do the same thing on these other tier 1s. This just shreds the tower. 40% more damage to it. And it's quite a bit, and we still have the Sonic Wave in the back pocket. Queen of Pain hasn't had to use it just yet. Queen of Pain is the kind of hero that needs to walk around and get kills, or just have kills walk to her, I guess. And so far Moon's been doing that without having to use the ultimate, so ideally you want to use that against multiple heroes, obviously, just for max value. Well, so far still has it available. Evil Ash, okay. Let's see Edict off first before being silenced, but now he has to run away because Evil Ash, he is not alone. But the Strash Ash comes in on the Razor. Let's split up as it stands. He's gonna go down. There's that Sonic Wave on 2. 85 he's down. Evil Ash gets one more spell off, and now so Talmad's gonna be down to him to try and turn this around on the Moon, but there's no further control. The stun was over on Divine. All of them are still perfectly fine standing. Standing around here in Radiant Jungle. 3-for-nothing trade.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Those with the stolen Soulbind as well. Making it so hard for them to run away. Making sure that they stay grouped up for that Sonic Wave, as I was talking about. Hit it on multiple heroes. It's very easy indeed. Immediately into the smoke. Wanna wait for more here. Still have, they know that they have a lot of power with this Edict, with the Split Earth too. I mean, that's a decent nuke if you think about it. 300 damage. You have some sort of setup for it, and I guess Divine can do that. Meanwhile, Hanzo is actually committing on the tower changes. Trading Evil Ash, that's a lot of damage being done. Transferring over to Haunter is the Split Earth. Does connect with the setup. Moon blinking across here. Trying to get rid of Evil Ash first, and there it is. Divine kind of low, but not low enough to crit though. Finishes him off, so at least he gets something, but no changes. Oh, is he gonna die to the tower? Oh, what? 4 health points! Literally 4 health points! All according to plan, indeed. Saitama, well, he was the only one who got that kill. He got lucky himself. This is as much as Shrek did in that low damage roll. So hey, 3 for 1. Tower doesn't go down again because Leshrac cannot really afford to stick around. But considering the fact that ROG need to win this game, they want to play at LAN. It's not boding well for them. Doing all of this, Troll Warlord. 3 kills himself. Can't say that he's not really been part of this game so far, but beyond that, he's also hitting creeps. 102 last hits. Way on top of the net Wolf chart because of it. Oh, that's finally this tower going down. This is slow, there's a stun. They want to try and bring down Leshrac, but they know that he's gonna have some help. Oh, there's all 3 cores on top of the net Wolf chart. Moon is looking for the Orchid. Not gonna be any sort of BKB or any sort of dispel for some of these cores. Well, certainly the supports. So that Orchid, I imagine that will be very effective for a long time. Have another Sonic Wave. Smoke up. Don't have a lot of vision up here, but they do see it. Try to also catch a glimpse of Saitama, that's a more important target. Shrine already used. So start for 835 for the time being. Moon soulbound up here with this double stun coming through, but there's no follow-up. No damage whatsoever, so quite a few resources wasted just to be able to run away. And now this tier 1 tower belong for the world. Couple of seconds until changes. Gets that Edict ready to go again. So the creep have to tank up. There we go. Down bottom, they're going on Slaughter, who's kind of left to his own devices, pushing out bottom. They're having some issues finishing him off even, but they should be able to do so eventually. Moon's TPing out, changes, he's hanging around though. Let's have another Edict in a couple of seconds. Glyph, of course, that has refreshed after the tier 1 tower, so you can use it to tank it up.
structures are
But,
fortified.
won't have that necessarily for the next push. Thinking about keeping this going here, but Divine making his way out. Troll is kind of just farming very aggressively by himself, so he's not gonna continue to do so all that much until they see. Actually, they have some good wards here in this area too. Just in the jungle, they see not a whole lot right now. Counter, Blink Crush. 2018 was able to get that one up move. Goes in, sees a few more heroes on the sides. Alright, maybe it's a little bit too deep. The silence does connect. Moon ends up dropping. Debated. Or maybe space created. The tower does go down in the end up top. You don't want to give up the Queen of Pain like that. It's very easy for that hero to lose that momentum. Yeah, I mean, Monster's actually slightly ahead in terms of net worth. Looking for a Blink Dagger of his
Dire's
own.
bottom tower is under attack.
Oh. It's TPing in though.
Radiant's
It's another
middle
TP,
tower
so they
is
don't
under
really want to commit this. The double stun does connect here despite the splitter of the try and turn us, but the Grim Stroke this time, there's the proper follow-up. They bring down one. They're also gonna be able to bring down the Stroll Warlock. Oh, Divine actually pops out his ultimate. He does have Battle Fury, so he can do quite a bit. He is stolen. The stolen Stormbow helped secure the kill, but he could not lifesteal enough. 2-for-1 trade, now Divine, he was just trying to help turn this into a 3-for-1 though in the end. There's some fight left in them. This is all but Slaughter also not really being involved despite him getting the Blink Daggers. He's been still spending a lot of time down bottom. Pushing that out, just farming jungle. Not really linking up with his team, which is a bit odd to see.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But that might change soon. Same time, RG, they get a few more items ready to go. And as I was saying before, Phantom Assassin, if you give her the space, she can turn into a monster. Right now, still only working on the Battle Fury that the Troll has had available for quite a while already. So one, he's been hitting
Dire's
creeps,
structures are fortified.
right?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Going for the Yasha, maybe Sergeant Yasha. Let's get a lot of extra money from all of these towers going down, which is something that
Radiant's bottom
the
tower
Titans
is under
cannot
attack.
really do themselves. Even with a champion on the team, you can buy your favorite catapults and whatnot, but
Radiant's bottom tower has
you need to have a
fallen.
proper map position, proper timing for that, and it's
Dire's
really,
middle
really
tower
hard.
is under
The
attack.
enemy team is just putting up so much aggressiveness towards you. Lose another tier 2. Oh, what's going on up here? Oh, what the hell? A35.
Radiant
Oh
are
god, that
scanning.
poor guy. Look at this. Look at this inventory. If that isn't sad, then I don't know. And this is also kind of weird. Slaughter goes down all by himself. He was on a scouting mission or something. Well, he did find him. But yeah, if this inventory isn't sad, then I don't know what is. Poor Chen. He's playing 10 position support right now. 19 minutes in on a single item. Oof.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's yikes. That's a yikes, dog. Critical yikes, even. I would go so far as to say that. Hey, one thing that you can always do with Slaughter on the field, certainly also with Troll on the field, is Roshan. There's no lifesteal here, no Vlads. They have the Corrosive Haze. With the Troll Warlord with a lot of attack speed here. Of course, they have the reliable bash. So this Roshan on the fall pieces very, very quickly. Aegis in the hands of the Troll Warlord. So now all they need to do is group up and start fighting essentially. Whenever they want to, whenever they have the items that they're comfortable with. I mean, that's the Orchid on the co-op. Also looking for Yules, having a bit of defensive utility going forward. Certainly gonna come in handy. And Phantom Assassin only now started to get the farm rolling. As soon as you get the battlefield heroes like Troll, Anti-Mage, and also Phantom Assassin, this is where time really starts. It can help you push out waves. Certain circumstances, it helps you in team fights. But not always. It's mostly a farming tool, so we'll see whether they'll get enough time to leverage that. And again, the same kind of Razor doesn't really have the same kind of thing, even though, I mean, it is at the unstable current, which is helpful. But it gets to a point where there's not a whole lot of farm on the map for him to take with that. I mean, Saitama is taking a lot. Haunter, he has his inbuilt cleave. Not really maxing it out, you know, he's a core. He's going again for the more utility and survivability core. As a blink, he has the lats. There's only so much farm to go around, especially with almost there, restricting the map control so much. Looking for the last tier 2 out on the map. Be perfectly happy to give up their own tier 2. Like their might here is 835 pusher, they're still hanging around there. Edict and the Troll chunk away this one very, very easily now. Couple of TPs. I want to try and catch somebody on the retreat pusher. With a bit of a slow here. There's no way out of it for him here. They does have the Yules. Actually, the counter Yules. Just in time for changes. That Queen of Pain will also finish up her own Yules. Go from here. This is the kind of movement to just, alright, we got Aegis, got a tier 2, but now we need to control our lanes. Another. So he's TPing out, and also recalled Evil Ash hiding inside there. So yeah, this was the movement for them to try and establish control of the lanes. So split up, pushing all of those out. Now they can group up again and fight around the Aegis. At least that's the general plan. There was a bit of a timing window for the Rock Titans if they recognize that. To be able to maybe smoke up, walk out, and catch a small cluster of heroes without them necessarily being able to get the reinforcements from the rest of the team. But that moment has come and gone, and now they just have to rely on their high ground defense. They have a decent amount of wave clear here. But yeah, Sun takes a few creeps to go through. Changes, not really committing himself. Leaving the Troll walled up there with the Aegis. Chipping away until the Radiant side commits for a fight. There it is. Soulbind comes in. Haunter looking for the stuns. Doesn't throw it out just yet. Now lifted up into the air. Troll wall starting to fight with his ultimate here. Nice little stun though. And the Yule to kite this out. Perfectly done so far. A lot of damage actually to turn around. So that's the Aegis as well as the Shrag down. Mid Razor dropping in turn, so they cannot really continue this one. But Saitama wants to go in. Crushed up. Burst of Haze. Haunter going in to try and finish up the Queen of Pain. Actually, the defensive fuels. Try and turn this. It's going to be another Sonic Wave in a couple of seconds. So if they continue this, they have a nice little hefty nuke to work with. Saitama eats a stun to the face. But will want to continue on to Divine, gets a crit. But now the Silence to try and turn us. Here's Sonic Waves coming in through. Actually gets 835 in the back. Haunter somehow still alive, and so is Saitama as one. He's trying to fight Moon coming in, but it's not enough damage. They're so close, it's so far away. Haunter just getting so much value out of those blasts, out of the constant stuns. Man.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Such a crucial fight for them to be able to win it against Aegis. Everything that they had to offer, 3,137 gold for them, a little bit extra gold loss as well.
Middle tower is under attack.
They don't win that fight, they lose Rax, maybe they lose the game. long run. So this was a must-win for the Titans, and they actually did it. Going back and forth, just every single bit of lifesteal and sustain that they had. Just enough to get them to victory. And yeah, now that Desolator, halfway towards a BKB, Phantom Assassin has some space to turn into an issue, and it's something that they didn't quite respect. They didn't have a futility to control her up. Like, they controlled the Troll Warlord, actually. He went for a very early battle trance. Grimstroke? Alright, it's going to be true. But our main issue in that fight was one just overcommitting. Goes for the early battle trance even before the agents respawn. And he was controlled up through all of it. I mean, there was a stun, I believe, from Sven. There was a follow-up use from the Razors. So all of this time that you want to be hitting and life-stealing and not dying, he was just... he was not doing any of that. So, the mind is they're probably not going to go for another push until he has a BKB of his own. He's working on it, only needs enough money for the recipe, so about 1300, 1400 gold. Well, he has that completed. And at that point, it's also maybe not too far till the next Roche. So, might see a fight around this. With a Desolator on PA though, I mean, there's a very real chance for the Side of Rock Titans to get Roche themselves. That would be quite the coup, actually. Being able to take that away. I'm almost there. Slaughter, I mean, he keeps doing this. He's tipping out now as he realizes, okay, they're probably coming for me now. And he would have been right. Yeah, Slaughter, only 6 assists. It's so odd to see, because normally Slaughter's the kind of hero that just wants to be in the middle of these fights, just keeps throwing out stuns and controlling and helping pick people off. But he's just been mostly quiet, mostly split pushing. Kind of trying to do what he could in these fights still on this last fight. But I don't know. It's nothing necessarily bad, it's just not what I'm used to seeing. Now, full 5 on smoke. I want to push out as they know that Roshan. It's a little bit early, but might respawn sooner or later. But right now, there's a DD on Troll Wall about to expire. The stun, she's not connecting. Now, Divine has another one to work with here, but Saitama just gets the big crit. Brought down on the blink of an eye. As much as Troll needs the BKB, conversely, Divine needs that Ghost Scepter. Shrek perhaps as well, but he's opting for a BKB of his own. Probably also helpful. So far so good, and yeah, there's actually another issue for the Troll to deal with at Heaven's Halberd, but BKB has been completed, so if he gets it off at the right time, well, there's a blink stun. Goodbye, Slaughter. Don't see a way out of this one. This though. Arena Pain actually split pushing. Can maybe do a bit of chip damage here once if they realize. There's no one to defend this.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Razor's coming back now. He's the only one, and of course with the Chen on the team, you can always recall that hero back into the fray, into the front lines. As there we go, there's a stun. Troll Warlord doesn't pop the BKB just yet. It's holding on to it for the time being. Moon, big crits here, self-fueled out of panic. Can he get the blink out? And he can. Saitama also popped his own BKB. It's now down. Changes. BKB's everywhere actually. Is gonna just use it to get towards the shrine. Flash, TP out, unspotted. Would be the end of that. E35, the only one who's died. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I mean, this crazy amount of damage that the Phantom Assassin can do up to level 20. Extra armored corruption, so you do minus 11 in total. What? Oh, that's a bit of a problem now. Fraser goes down as well. Pusher all alone. Oof. Both of them have buyback. Meanwhile, in mid, oh, changes. What are you doing? He's gonna get an A35? Maybe no! He's even Still alive?
Have a little humility.
I don't know
An abomination.
what I thought was going to happen there. Russell's team just very openly killing off the Razor, and the Frax still hanging around the front lines. He was hoping that the rest of the Radiant would go in and try and help the Razor. Could do some building damage in turn. Oh. Wasn't quite the way it worked out, was it? But yeah, 30 seconds until he's back. Roshan is back up and alive, so don't think they're gonna find the timing to sneak it before Lashrak can be a part of it again. Unless they can get an extra kill onto the Divine. This is low. Saitama. Who's thinking about jumping in, but Moon also showing up. Seal some bottom pusher. Seeing a lot of damage here, but there's no way now to cancel this TP. 2018 will be fine, but the rest of the Radiant Dark Titans, they're hanging around this Roach Pit. They want to get a kill, and the one crit did so much damage!
That went well.
I have to respect this, and with this kill, no buyback available for the Queen of Pain. This is a free Roach. Aegis and Cheese gonna be their hands unless they want to go crazy. I don't think you can take a fight without Queen of Pain. Sure as hell gonna try here. They haven't scouted out, but there's the Blink Crush. On to 2, Corrosive Haze coming through, and now the big heavy Troll Warlord goes in here, changes, stops as much damage as he can. Saitama, low, lower, how low? But no, he's healing up himself. He's absolutely fine, and now no more ultimate for the Troll. Disarmed, brought down, triple kill.
But less than 4 kills.
For the Phantom Assassin. Once again, the Vlads coming in big, plus lifesteal talent, of course. Able to burst her down, and now it's their game to lose. A lot of this net worth is concentrated on the Phantom Assassin, but she has 2 lives at least, also holding on to buyback, so there's a lot of safety buffer there. Almost there. Well, so fast a game like this can get out of control. With the ability to one-shot almost anyone apart from the Troll, perhaps. Not a one-shot, but 1 or 2 shot, like with the lucky crits. Apart from perhaps the Troll. But you can control up the Troll. Now then, first one to claim instead of Rax here. This will deny it, sure. Well, also opens up the shrines. Immediately pinging out the next couple of towers here. Look at that graph. It was about a 10k lead for longest time. All of that lead evaporated. One fell swoop. And I mean, Saitama, he did end up dropping kind of low at one point, so maybe you figure there's a Sonic Wave on top of that. They do have enough to burst her down. Stands, they did take a fight without the Queen of Pain. They paid the price for it, and such a hefty price. Hey, guess what? Split push is real. Changes. Forcing out the glyph on this side. They have a glyph of their own, but they need to take a fight. One way or the other. Blink Crush, just trying to slow them down. It's AoE poison strike here. Stun stack up on his creeps, and stun stack up on these heroes. Second set of racks now. Throw space. Saitama just goes in. Good bike wall. Ace. He's Abyssal too, just for good measure. This is a full-on base race. I mean, Haunter's coming back. The stun is being dodged by the Yules. Doing a lot of work here with the Edict, and one's actually working away at the top racks, finishing that up completely. The BKB from changes. Stun just to get rid of the creeps. But they're turning this around, are they? Saitama controlled up. He can't TP back. Now changes isolated though. One, he came back into the fray. If he can get Saitama here, this would be good. Oh, jump off to the side though. And slow down, another blink, double crush though. Saitama, that's the Aegis down. Evil Edge gets the cheese. Bit of a waste here, honestly. And well, Saitama is still alone with the bashes. BKB, Abyssal Blade, but Ghost Scepter comes out and they do push him down a second time. And honestly, as crazy as that was, this worked out. Somehow they were able to push our 2 lanes, doing a bit of damage in mid. This is going to regenerate, but they got a single lane of Rax, the one where they have their own set of Rax too, so this is ideal. This one's going to push in for them, so they can focus on the other 2 lanes. As they're now trying to push the advantage here. They want to force out a buyback, if they possibly can. Moon sees Sven here, Salton. Now follow-up control. Throws a phase, yeah, Yules, self-Yules. Just, I'm not sure about that one. Counter, it's actually still alive, another blink forward. But eventually, yeah, he's gonna end up going down. They could go for boundary runes, but they want to go for a second set of racks. They want to force out that buyback from Saitama, and they might still... actually, I don't know, I think it's almost better at this point, especially without the Sven, without him having buyback, to just give up this set of racks here. Just defend bottom.
Radiant's middle barracks has
This changes.
fallen.
He's back. He doesn't have boots of travel.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
From a shrine close by the TP to him, but there's the buyback. That's what they wanted. They got it. Oof. This game turning out to be a lot less normal than I anticipated. I mean, just these high-level
Radiant's
tactical
bottom
moves. You don't
shrine
always
is
see
under
that.
attack. Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
A minute after they spawn.
Worthy tribute.
Almost there. They'll still be able to claim all 4 bounty runes, which is what? How much gold? 112? Do the math on that. 112 times 4 times 5. 2,240 net worth. So they're back up to 5k. And all is said and done. Yeah, I mean, they got a bit bamboozled. Troll got top racks and put the TP out. They're able to help out, killing off the Phantom Assassin. Saitama, he couldn't get out himself. I mean, it was too risky with the BKB TP as long as there's a Slaughter around. Oh, you have evasion, but Slaughter can always get lucky and bash you regardless. So now, back to pretty much even. When did they lose this? Oh yeah, in the last push. I'm crazy, ignore me. Yeah, rain track still standing, so tiniest bit of advantages, but as long as almost there, can control up this Radiant jungle,
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
can threaten this bottom lane. I don't think they can really afford to take another trade like that. This could be a mega creeps and mega creeps kind of thing, which would be hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen that, or at least not for a long, long time. Yeah, certainly I've seen one team get mega creeps and the other still winning. That happens. But this could be an extended game where both teams have mega creeps. And okay. Ooh shit. There it is. Double stun. They're just burning through these heroes. Leshrac is down for the count. Slaughter next on the list. Both of them have buyback. They might need to use it as Roshan not back up for a while. Can't get rid of the shrine. Want to play patient, and they'll just get that, establish vision, wait for Rosh. That's a safe way to go about it. Ideally, you just at least posture aggressively and force out buybacks, but you're gonna have a hard time doing that because top lane is still tier 2 standing. Could potentially backdoor it actually, it's super freaking low. And one, if you have one extra hero there, you can certainly do that. Else I would have said just push in mid, get top lane, but can't quite do that with tier 2 still standing there. So, both Lash as well as Loud are able to hold on to their buybacks, so ultimately, not really all that consequential of a pickup. Yeah. Well, MKB looking for Satanic next. What's the buyback status on everybody? Not on Saitama, so it's still the big one. Winner Pain, 2 minutes 45 seconds. Same for Rubik, he's also missing a little bit of money. Queen of Pain's gonna be the big one for us. Control Luciano even, or just as he's tagged up. Nada, also very important, these two heroes just for control, and Shrek also does a lot of magical damage. This poor guy though, 0 bloodstone charges. It's a bit awkward. Anyway, smoke up. Run into almost the entire teamfight lineup here. Haunter with the invis. Did see him pick it up. Chance also a very long respawn, so even if they get this kill, they're not necessarily going to be able to find him as... Oh god. You see him there though. Gem anything they do have with Gem and Queen of Pain. So Haunter is down. Again, Roshan not gonna respawn for another 1 minute 40 seconds. We'll get the sound creep though. Oh no. Gen creep, of course, no helm creep.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Is a great conductor.
Okay.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Haunter will be back. There will not be a buyback for him. There will not be one necessary for him. Or Roche response. And this though, oof. X to follow up even. We did Lashrak again. So if they want to fight Roche, they might need to use this buyback as one. This is a little bit dangerous. He's buying back already. They know that Roshan, that's a max respawn coming in soon, but they need to get a few more picks here. 835, that's going to be an easy one. Also relatively inconsequential. He does buy back immediately. Satama with the BKB. And now going in to fight Moon though with Aeon is keeping himself alive. Now still soul binding up together. Finally can get the blink out. Saitama is lifted up, brought back once, time to fight, but doesn't find the control. What else? Yeah, they blink back to his friends here. Just another buyback one with the cover of BKB. It's not gonna last forever. Now also starting to drop lower and lower. The blink barely dodging that stun. Divine changes both of them. Kind of slowed down, pushing in the front, but doesn't want to tank up the Edict. The TP out from one. Divine does not get that same luxury changes. Still running. Gotta waddle those pony feet. Disco pony feet. Full on retreat mode 2018. Saw Evil Ash coming in.
Double damage.
Looks like they'll be able to just barely make it. Not those. Another blink. 5 seconds here. Oh god, okay, what the hell is going on? Nada just gives his own life away, or maybe it was a bait. They turn this around here. Soul One though kind of keeps him close. Moon running away, but there it is. It expires now. One from one to the next, but they're all lost two heroes. Moon super freaking low with the DD. Starting to work our way in these supports, but Saitama just going from one to the next. Taking this fight. They almost got the supports, but even if they did, that wouldn't have mattered at all. The course was still ready to go. Now they're going into Roche. They wanted to prevent this, but now they just enabled this. Taking a very odd fight without them really being all together. It allowed them to take down the Lashrak, not the Lashrak, the Lashrak 2 I guess, but also putting the Slada first before anything else was happening. Now they are in dire straits indeed. And claiming to threw Big Diana earlier, so... Oh man. They called a fight there, but it might have just lost them the game. They do have a buyback still on Troll Warlord, that's the only one who has it available for them. On the hand side, it is the Razor, but Aegis, Cheese, Refresher, and he also has an Aggregate Scepter, so it's two different Eye of the Storms that you can go for. You can just straight try and end the game here, if you wanted to. Need to be recalled, and no, never mind, he has 3 of those now.
All according to plan.
Being recalled now.
Dire's
20 seconds. There's a glyph. Oh, where's the ring? There we go.
Structures are fortified.
Gonna walk up. There's one.
Radiant structures
There's 2.
are fortified. Dire's middle tower has
It's
fallen.
Ancients. Yeah, it's gonna die instantly. GG, well played. Game number 2. That was crazy, man. Almost there. They kind of had it, but then I take this ill-advised fight. I mean, in hindsight's 2020. They thought that they needed to, because otherwise, if they just take Roshan, it would have also been hard. They saw an opportunity. Didn't quite get it. Yeah, we are going down to the wire here, going to a game 3, and honestly, deep down, I did wish for that, because, well, it's supposed to be a finals, and it's supposed to be quite a bit on the line, and again, playing in the line, you don't get the chance every day if you're an Indian Dota 2 team. So, only one more game to decide, but it's going to be almost there, whether they're going to get there, whether the Rock Titans can pull it out. Watch game 3 as well. Stay tuned. The open qualifier bracket for the Cobx Masters Phase 2 Indian qualifiers.
5
Of course,
seconds
signify they
remaining.
went
Team
through the
ban.
closed qualifiers, and well, one of these teams will join them and also get the chance to represent their
Dire
country
team ban.
in the Cobx Masters LAN event. My name is Drag and Drop, happy to bring you this game. Game number 1 was more or less straightforward. Almost there, able
Radiant
to
team
scale
ban.
better than RG Titans, and they won the game. Game number 2 was a little bit crazy. Almost there, kind of had the advantage. Took a bad team fight here. Rock Titans able to get a lot of momentum coming their way. Was a bit dicey there for a moment. Is almost there. Went for some nice little strategic split pushing play, but ultimately they had to take another team fight ahead of Roche. Well, they lost that one. They lost the game off of it. So RG Titans able to tie it up 1-1, and now it's coming down to this. We're gonna see the Rubik again in the hands of almost there. Leshrac this time though picked up by Rock Titans together with the Magnus, so already off to a decent base here. But that Lich Juggernaut, I mean, we've seen it time and time
10
again.
seconds
Very
remaining.
powerful combo with the extra slows from the Lich. I mean, it's
5
not just the
seconds
Frost
remaining.
Shield, but also the Frost Blast. All of that makes sure that Juggernaut can get every single bit of damage out from the spin early on in the laning stage. And then later down lines also, I mean, Frost Shield is really, really useful, especially up against any sort of physical damage kind of builds. And with the Magnus, there's going to be some of that, right? I mean, you need a physical damage, right-clicky carry that can make use of that Empower. Phantom Assassin, Lifestealer, the more popular ones taken out, but there's still a Troll Warlord, for example, that could take that. Yeah. Another cool thing that the Frost Shield does is protect you somewhat up against the Edict. Of course, Edict being physical damage, Frost Shield reducing that. Always helpful, but there's a Troll Warlord. To the Bat Rider, alright. I like that. Bat Rider pretty good against Troll in lanes. If they want to try and find that matchup, you can try and abuse them as much as possible. Still space for an Oracle though. Something like that on the side of the Titans.
Radiant
I hate
team
that
ban.
right here, and that is insta-pick. I called the Troll, I called the Oracle. I'm actually on fire right now. But I mean, it's very picky in this situation. Good in lane to just purge off the Bat Rider, napalm on whoever he's trying to go on, and later down line, really good
Dire
counter
team ban.
to the lasso too. Just throw the False Promise out and yeah, dispel that lasso immediately. Also, even more invulnerability for a Troll Warlord potentially. Troll already has 6.5 seconds where he just can't be killed on the back of his ultimate, so he might be able to kite him around to that. But if you then have the False Promise on top of that, that's another quite a few
10
seconds.
remaining.
It is a lot of time that you have to try and kite him,
5
right?
seconds remaining.
Kind of long and short of it. So that can make engaging a little bit awkward, a little bit hard for almost there. Basically, you have to go in, force out some of these spells, then re-engage later down the line. But with the Magnus, you already have a bit of catch. Because, you know, he's going to go for Blink Dagger, and I wouldn't hate to see maybe something like a Buck now for the Titans to round this out. More of an ability to keep them in an area to fight in where the Troll Warlord doesn't have to spend a lot of time running. And start cleaving here with the Leshrac is very powerful. Yeah, I wouldn't hate the Puck. We'll see what they have in mind. Super last pick, or the very last pick going the way of almost there, so you have the option to counter pick whatever mid hero they want to throw at them.
Dire team pick.
OD ban, okay. They don't have a lot of time to actually settle. Almost there. They've also kept spamming go in lobby earlier, so they really want to get this over with. Also evidenced by the fact that they
10
didn't take a
seconds
single
remaining.
second of their reserve time just yet, just breezing through the draft and that, and
Radiant team
Titans now,
pick.
well, start with this, and they settle for the Ember Spirit. Yeah, that fills that same kind of role as the Puck, I would say. I mean, you don't have as easy of a way to keep a lot of people in. At the same time, the chains do a really good job in that. You have the remnants to help catch people. It's I'm on board with this. I do like this lineup here for the Titans.
10 seconds remaining.
Almost there. What do you want to do now? I mean,
5 seconds
you have the option
remaining.
to send the Batrider up against Ember Spirit in mid, but then again, the Titans, if they recognize that, they could just, I mean, either Ember or Troll. Without the Oracle, they're gonna have some issues up against the Batrider, and you don't necessarily want to run the Oracle mid, so this could be something that Almost There might want to try and take advantage of. At the same time, I feel like the lineup's still missing something. Missing the same kind of explosive hero that the Queen of Pain was trying to be in the last game, so Ember Spirit could have been really good for them. So just goes up the team fight, a little bit of supplemental damage, a little bit of supplemental control. Kunkka would come to mind. Not the best against Ember Spirit, but maybe the kind of hero that you need here. And now taking the time to ponder all their options. And they do settle. Bounty Hunter? Okay, so mid Batrider, offlane Bounty. Gonna do what I suggested, or what I explained. Try and dodge the Oracle lane with the Batrider. That's the only thing that you can do. To try and make sure that this laning stage isn't just completely inconsequential. I mean, you can still maybe secure some velocity in there, of course. I mean, Napalm on creeps, but he's never really going to be able to assert dominance, assert pressure on the lane opponent if the Oracle is there, and always just purging up the Napalm when things get dicey. So, I'm not sure though if the Bounty Hunter is the right choice. I mean, it did help them to victory in game 1. That part worked out.
10 seconds remaining. 5
This Juggernaut
seconds
also really
remaining.
good lane. Also kind of with these things where it's like, oh yeah, it's Oracle can also purge off the track later down the line. But we've seen Bounty Hunter just run down the Oracle and getting some free kills and free hits with the Janada, stealing gold and all of that cool jazz. So it can go both ways. Still, almost there. They need to execute properly. They need to win the lanes. They need to somehow keep the ball rolling, and I'm not sure if they scale well into the mid game. Like, Juggernaut can be a monster in the late game. Bounty Hunter can also get a lot of gold, so you have quite a bit of magic damage between them, actually. So if they can put that to use, that'll do wonders, but I just don't know if they can. If you compare that to the OG Titans,
For battle.
I mean, they have Magnus to buff up not just the Troll, but also the Ember Spirit.
What did you expect?
Unless they get outplayed, I think they're gonna have a much easier time scaling on just sort of jungle farm and lane pushes and whatnot. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit worried for Almost There. At the same time, more often than not, when I make these kind of judgments, make these kind of calls, it's exactly the team that I didn't favor that ends up winning. It makes me look like a fool, so we'll see if I Castle's Cursed the Titans, or well, they can pull it out regardless. This is for all the marbles, ladies and gentlemen. Winner goes to a LAN, the
30
loser
seconds
just
to
not.
battle.
It's as simple as that. One thing that they do have going for them is the top lane here, certainly. Even with Magnus there. Magnus not exactly known to be a very powerful laning support. Don't have too many issues. There he is, just gonna walk in, trying to get the click in, and he gets it.
The battle begins.
Easy money. It's gonna go for another one. Super long cooldown level 1 though, which is unfortunate.
Hello,
And what?
I'm Gabe Newell.
You've
You've
looked
just
at that though,
achieved
what the
first
hell?
blood. Thanks and have fun.
Bit of Fortune Send and split off into a couple right clicks apparently, so that'll work. One puts point into the spin now. Be able to get the hell out of there. So yeah, this top lane should be going fine. We're almost there. Bottom lane, Yeah, should technically as well, but Lich being caught out like this, it's a bit of an issue. For this to be really deadly, yeah, I mean, up against Leshrac, it doesn't have the highest health pool, so you don't need too many levels, but at level 2, at level 3 is where it becomes really good. 2 points up in Frost Shields or something. But certainly the 2 points up in Blade Fury. And again, if you can slow Leshrac down enough, start spinning him down, it's should have an easy time. Like, he doesn't have a lot of strength growth, so he's not gonna get much tankier here anytime soon. Until he buys into things like drums or Atos or something like that. Though he has a gauntlet, so maybe Bracer also on the cards. Or Soul Ring. Stun does connect, a lot of damage being done here towards the Vine, but now Haunter, well, this is live. Haunter's fast enough here without the slows, so he can just get the hell out of there. Oof. That's an oof right there. Second kill down here, and they're gonna look for more. I mean, the spin is on cooldown. Haunter with another Edict. Isolated on a single target, nice little dodge on a stun, but right clicks, are they gonna be enough actually? Okay, no! The Edict's still going though, he's gonna get this kill after all. But just decided, well, as long as it dodges split off, I'll be fine, I can just click, and exactly what it did, so... Little blood being spilled in its bottom lane. Mid lane though, Pusher, 5 stacks off Napalm. A35 is there, putting it off now, and this is where Moon is in trouble. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Even though you don't want to hang out in lane, you can still TP in as necessary. And there was an argument with this. If this was any other hero, that's still a kill for the Ember Spirit. Oh, on the Ember Spirit, as it turns out. Moon just drops the ball, goes in aggressively, and pays the price. Now perhaps knows that he can do it again without the Oracle having the TP available.
I almost feel bad.
What did you expect?
It's one chapter completed in this tale of the mid lane, but the entire story is not completed just yet. Very low CS all across the board, actually.
Rune of invisibility.
Even it's in 11 and 12 and 8. I guess Moon is doing quite well in that regard. Especially with the denies, so Pusher unable to really do anything. He's now taking the opportunity to try and rotate up top with the Invis Rune, but they must have seen him coming. Must have seen him pick it up, but maybe not. I mean, 2018, you're still very, very deep. Another chains pushing him back into the TP out, but there's a skew available to cancel it, so nice little kill. Sure. Walking back down mid. Of TPing, so there's so much free space for Moon though. I'm not sure if that's worth it. Oh, level 2 Rubik, yeah. It's gonna a slight level advantage. Certainly doing more in terms of last hits there. So Haunter, this is it. That's the combo. But hey, guess what? 835 also has a solution to that with a disarm, and now they're turning this around, just right clicking him to dab Haunter with a split earth. Stick shots keep him safe, trying to isolate that Edict, and they do enough damage to also deal with the Vine.
This is Gabe Newell. Thanks for playing Dota 2.
There's styling on this Lich Juggernaut combo. Well, I see this Oracle pick in action. I mean, I've known it's really good against Bad Rider, but of course, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of magic damage. You can just stop all of that with Fate's Edict. 100% magic resistance. Or magic damage resistance, I guess. If you want to be exact. Lift back into the click. Some money. Get another one there on the Magnus, perhaps. It's about to be rune time, and this not there, Magnus. Oh, get played, son. Get played. Saitama is kind of low, but still changes here. It is not really. Actually, can take this fight now. I'm pretty sure, especially with the Fairy Fire. There's a miss, but there's a nuke. Not the Janata crit. What do we get here, actually? You can just salve up or shrine up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like he wants to hold on to this consumable for the time being. It's going to TP in 2018, so we can all get some mana as well as health points. We can continue the pressure up top. So far, so good. Not too many last hits on Luciano, though, compared to the Troll.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But at least you get that going for you. So despite the issues that the Juggernauts had, is also going well in that department. So not missing out on too much despite the constant death.
Radiant are scanning.
All things considered, and keeping him in range of the Lefrak, who's on top of the network chart right now. So what the hell? Alright, this time 835 a little bit late. 2018 helping out his mid laner. Hey, guess what? Gaben says, well, good kill. Here, have a region rune. Or your empty bottle. That's very helpful indeed. What? Bit awkward here. Once somebody passes by, that'll be re-observe or what. Time once again, just trying to bait out the spin, but Juggernaut's safe enough. That alone won't do it. Look at this tower already takes so much chunking damage, like, it's crazy. And like one edict or something thrown in, there's a few more explosions there, but a new creep wave coming to tank all of that. It's a bit annoying. But hey, they're putting on this pressure, they're trying to take away this safety from the Juggernaut as early as they can. Gonna have another edict in a couple of seconds. They would have to tank up the tower a little bit themselves if they wanted to try and burn it down. But don't need to rush it quite that heavily right now. I'm not sure about this pull, honestly. I think this is actually favoring Alto right here, because now he has a creep wave to tank up the tower shots. Not going for it though. Oh, double wave pushing across. Right up top. Ooh. Skewer him under the tower into the dust. Changes. It's deceptively tanky right now, but there's Saitama with the ultimate getting quite a few hits in, and that'll be enough in the end. Nice little kill. Oh, Moon has a haste rune. Perfect rune for a Batrider at this point. And he has his sights set on Saitama. Flame Break, Lasso, drag him all the way across. And there should be nothing here. Divine coming in just in case. Hey, guess what? They also scout out a bit of a stack here. It's a triple stack. Not too much Firefly left to actually farm it up, but they do have level 3 and the Fate Bolt. Can go for another Frost Shield. Taking that away from Dire's side is always going to be super useful, super nice. Looks like you're just gonna leave Batrider to do it himself.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
So overall, a little bit back and forth. I mean, mid laner is doing well for almost there, but this offlane from the Rock Titans, certainly its money's worth at this point. Taking on his tier 1 tower, but now Moon TPing in. That's looking for 835. You haven't found this ward yet. Surely. Oh my god, he's not walking by it. Nighttime vision, guys. Nighttime vision. Stop them from getting the 3D ward. Now this Sentry still has a minute on him, so there's still a chance. There's a couple tracks coming out in mid. Offensive Remnants and 835 TPing just in case. Totally fine. Now a lot of pings from both sides. 835. Okay. So it's tanking the gank at this point. Yeah, did he?
Well done, but not well enough.
It just. How did he not dispel the track? Or maybe it was instantly reapplied? I don't know. A little bit weird there, right there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tama being bullied out of his own jungle. His moon is very, very deep. Too deep, perhaps, as there's a chain to cancel the TP. Has to start running. With the boots of travel, with the Firefly movement speeds, not gonna be enough, is it? Yep. What a hero. 424 move speed with Firefly active, so yeah. Why the hell not?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Where do we go from here though? I mean, slight advantage overall. 10, 11 minutes
Dire's
in.
top tower is under attack.
Tiny bit of money across the board because Saitama is kind of struggling a little bit right now, but let's not forget, he has the Magnus on his team. Haven't really seen it kick in all that much, but especially since they also lost that one big stack, but there's another, well, that's a quad stack of Ancients.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So there's a lot of farm for Saitama to take,
Dire's top
a
tower
lot of farm
has
for
fallen.
Pusher also maybe help take, like, depending on who they want to prioritize there. But I feel like Pusher's gonna have a harder time as he's being gone on right now. Also 3 remnants, so should be able to make his way out. Maybe not well. Oh, okay, only just. Can they chase him here? The Rubik stole the remnants actually, so maybe yeah.
Middle tower is under
Sure.
attack.
Trying him down with his own spells. Meanwhile, Battle doesn't go down, trying to fight up against Haunter. Earlier they also killed 835. Or else entirely, so damn. The Immer Spirit is someone that I'm really worried about because even with Empower, maybe it doesn't have the easiest time. Certainly farming up ancient camps. It's gonna try and stack it again, but it's too much bunch up, is there? Oh my god, they get it again. It's like what, a 5 stack
Dire's
now.
middle tower is under attack.
2 sets of dragons, prowlers, golems, and the Rumble Hides. Such a fun name, by the way. Ancient Rumble Hide. Small ones, and the big one is the Thunder Hide, isn't it? Yeah. Big one is the Thunder Hide. Small one, where is it? Rumble Hide. I didn't actually know that. Thought they were all just big and small Thunder Hides, but apparently small ones are Rumble Hides. But yeah, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Just farm up this entire camp, get a lot of experience coming your way too. Got the supports hanging around. Also need to hang around just to secure this one, but 835? Okay, there it is. They see changes. Going in, but okay, he's just out of there. Super fast with a drum charge. But now, can I get anything else? Evil Ash, couple more tracks. The 835 looks like he's gonna be a casualty here. Takes a lot of damage just from right clicks. Once Evil Ash, LP being forced out just so he doesn't get lassoed. Yikes. So also for Haunter into the stun from 2018. A lot of damage being done by the Slashrak here, and oh my god, he can make his way out with the lift way. Gets him out of Edict range, but hey, into the arms of Pusher. A quick second here, but Pusher, very important for him to get this kill. He was falling behind so freaking hard, he wasn't part of that ancient camp arm fest. Yes, the drums right now, and only now starting on the Maelstrom is actually atrocious farm if you really think about it. Yeah, I mean, as long as the other cores are doing well enough, that's going to be fine. Again, they're in it for the long haul. They can scale very well into the later parts of the game, whereas, on the other hand, yeah, you have a lot of tools for the mid-game, but all of this magic damage that you have from the Shuriken toss, spam, from the Batrider, from the Lich as well, all of that's going to be mitigated as soon as the BKBs start to come out on the side of the Rock Titans.
That's what I'm talking about.
Alright, so they know that they're on a timing, but also part of the reason why they want to be a little bit more aggressive here. The problem is they don't have any good pushing tools unless they maybe steal Edict on a Rubik.
Come back and die.
Not always easy.
That hurt me a bit.
They will claim the one tower up top, and same though for the Lashrak, again, because that was the only lane that was really going super well for them. Again, they're not the ones that have the pressure on them.
That's what
What's
I'm
going on
talking
here?
about.
Spam back and
Stay
forth.
frosty.
Do get the ranked medals as emotes now too. As high as you got, like Uncalibrated, Herald, Guardian, Crusader, Archon, Legend, and Ancient in my case. I'm happy with that too. Not sure what is actually going on though, why they needed a pause. Hopefully it'll be resolved soon. There we go. 8:35, ready to go. Back at it again. So this tier 1 in the bottom lane will probably be chipped down eventually. The one advantage that they do have pushing wise is the ceiling ward. That'll be helpful.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
25 damage
Dire's bottom tower
rather than plus 50 flame guard absorption. Well, 250 seems like a lot. I mean, it's okay. It's Haunter. Okay, he's gonna be burst down. He'll also tank up the frost, chain frost, and now False Promise. They're actually gonna want to try and turn this. Certainly gonna do a lot of damage here, even if he dies in the end, and he really should, unless there's some massive amounts of heals coming in. And he lives! What? How? Haunter lives! But it's a Juggernaut with a spin TP out, but damn, I did not see that one coming. Felt like there was a lot of damage coming through. 835. Oh, what? Never mind, Luciano. It's okay, he fixes all of that. And now? Ooh, Pusha still finds the chains up, but I need one more right click changes. He wants Ash and he gets him too. Bit of a miscommunication here. Because he ran into the low ground while he was skewed up to the high ground. If Pusha was right there for a follow-up, then Ash does survive too, so that's actually a big deal because those are track kills. I mean, Fountain with 2 track kills, even though he dies, he still got almost 1,000 gold off of it. And a lot of experience, not to mention that. Kind of damage that he did there. This is crazy. I mean, part of it was because there's also killing spree on Haunter that he claimed, so. Ah, man. Those were like 2 unnecessary deaths right there, unfortunately for them. Haunter, what the hell are you doing? He's just going in. To the RP, into nothing. Oh, oh no. Doesn't have the mana for it right now, but he stole the RP. Gonna get an 835. Not sure what the lasso was, but what is happening right now? They're just being killed off one by one. I mean, they have no problem to. You have Evil Ash and a high ground? Like, what? Do we want to lose right now? Like, I mean, you have no vision on anybody, and Haunter just walks in like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna yields up and combo with Spat right. No, that doesn't work. And then his Q into the RP. Sure, it was a 3-man RP. Troll Warlord was nowhere to be seen. The Shrek was already dead. And then you give up the RP and you still get yourself killed. It was like, what, 3 track kills in the middle of that? That was the opposite of useful. Now, all of a sudden, 16, 17 minutes in, 6k advantage, just 1 more towers go down. Flabbergasted, right? Utterly flabbergasted.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Through smoke, so they realize, wait a second, we just got a huge boost of momentum. Let's see how far we can take that. So the smoke up. Perhaps make their way up to the high ground. They might fight Saitama actually if he wants to farm the Ancients, and he does indeed. Changes. There's the RP stolen, coming into play on the back of that blink. No chance to even get that ultimate off. Tower pinged out. He went for the Maelstrom rather than the Battle Fury. It's certainly still helping you out when you're pushing these lanes. And again, just fits more with his timing. A little bit cheaper. And oh, the skewer back actually. Pusher with the remnant back as well as 835. Look, that's crit. He almost dies to that as well as the chains. Not the chains, the Sleight of fist. I think there was a sleight of fist from Rubik in the middle of there. I'm not sure. Either way, Rubik does end up dropping. They're trying to secure their own jungle. There's a remnant forward. Can he get Moon? He can indeed with the chains. Haunter. Follow up the stun off the mark. A little bit too late. Holding on to the ults for the time being, but Moon, he's pretty damn fast, even without the Firefly. So he gets the blink, Chain Frost. Nice little Delta split. For the casualties just yet. Changes. He's hanging around under a dire sentry ward though. You do see him. There's the ultimate lasso over though on the Oracle to prevent him from helping out. Changes still. Okay, he's gonna be bursted down. 835 false promise on himself. And Saitama looking for the next target. Moon still pretty damn fast. SCRP stolen again! And 2018 didn't get it off though. He didn't get it out. Yomisash standing bound. Saitama kinda low. 1-2 kills. Now the follow-up control. It's an ultra kill for one. What the hell? There's the big pings. Dude. Dude, you did it. It was all you, and damn. That Omni Slash finishing off 2 heroes and then 2 more, just from a few right clicks. He was almost dead, but then Divine stimulates the gauge control at the right moment. Guess what? Turns all that turns into a full 5-man wipe. That momentum that I was talking about, well, it takes them to high ground. To at least force out a glyph, if nothing else. Death time is still very, very low, but not sure many trackers there were. I don't think too many because Jane just died very early on. We've already seen his impact. They go for the Desolator build. Like it's gonna be helpful for Roche if they decide to try and go for it, but they would need Juggernaut and probably still the Healing Ward, which he does have available. But Desolator also certainly helpful against heroes like Lesh. Oracle, we've already seen them almost one-shot A35 with that. Walking away at Roche. Doesn't look like it's going to be responded to. It's just ahead of rune time, so Rock Titans get themselves the runes in bottom. 2-for-2 exchange, inevitable here. This one's still standing. Now Roshan straight into the smoke. They don't want to waste time getting bounty runes right now. There's a TP in. The Bad Rider Moon. Look to get some vision here, and there's a blink, there's a lasso. No false promise, anything to help him, so it's gonna be free kill on the Slash. Sooner or later. Track? Oh, actually. Ooh, yeah, okay, they get it. That was pretty close though, actually. Closer than I thought. But hey, track kill with a couple of people involved. Still 1,000 gold. 1,000 gold change in total. The noose is tightening. Rock Titans, they try and get some farm into their cores. I mean, still need time to do that though. I mean, you do basically have this free battlefield in control with Magnus where to just follow him around, keep empowering him. Also have that same kind of help for the Emerald Spirit. But you need time to actually farm up these creep camps, turn that into items, and a couple of slip-ups that they've had, they just opened up a huge window for almost there to try and exploit. At the windows next 5 minutes, or next couple of minutes, well, they still have the Aegis. If they can hold high ground, if the game goes on, they're still in it. I mean, this is not a default win, but oh, Pusher. So defensive remnant and gets it out. Yeah, this is a winnable game still, but you cannot afford too many more mistakes. That's a mistake. Too far forward. Master cancelled TP and he's dead. It's 45 seconds where he's not going to be farming anything. Shy of the 10k mark, while one looks a little bit interesting though. 49 gold? Oh, one net worth. Wait, what? That's his name though. For some reason, but yeah. He's still farming as the Aegis. He's about to have a Mana Style. As oh, what was that? That was a successful TP by the looks of it. So I meant to start in the works for him. Luciano. Looking for the BKB. Still needs a little bit of extra money for it. We see a Remnant here. Pusher. Oh no, they got him. The Omni Slash. Defensive Remnant. Number 2. Not gonna get out in time. He was not ready for that at all. Didn't get the Omni Slash. All the way behind enemy lines. So there's no creep wave down here, but there's one in mid. If I want to try and take advantage of that, they're not really decisive with that, even after a very important pickoff like this. But that means you less than 2 minutes left on the Aegis. Certainly established control. They've certainly managed to find a few kills on these cores to slow them down. Going high ground, it is a bit sketchy, right? It is certainly a bit sketchy up against the Blink Magnus. Yep, he can be very powerful indeed. Only has Wits of Travel, he can always join in. Rubik could be close to the rest of his team though. They look for pickoffs, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they don't need to be this defensive. I mean, I understand wanting to wait until the next round of items is up, which kind of is now. Another freebie here with the track. A couple of right clicks. Hey, you're missing the Aegis timing right now, so we could have at least tried to poke a little bit with that. As it stands, it's about to expire in 40 seconds. Ain't just long enough for a teamfight actually. 835, 1, 2, 3. Couple of clicks. Yeah, that's another kill. Both of them have buyback, and I might have to use them actually, if they wanted to push the advantage here. But once again, very safe. Relatively slow. But it's potentially timing where Jug is relying on the ultimate, but he hasn't exactly timed it. Or relying on the Aegis, but he hasn't exactly timed it. So sometimes it can expire at the worst possible moment. Stance looks like they're gonna be fine though. They get to tier 3. Aegis gonna be gone right about now. Exactly when they back up. Alright, it's probably the best situation that they could have hoped for. BKB now ready to go on the Troll Warlord. Yeah, I mean, they still have a winning teamfight combo, right? If they get a few people with the Magnus Blink RP and Troll Warlord is actually there, well, that would be good. This time the false promise on there, and that is a couple of heroes. Saitama on the low ground though. He's starting to right click away only on the Juggernaut, but still a lot of damage being done. With the Chain Force also starting to bounce. It's gonna be enough though. 3 heroes are down on the side of the Dire. Still lost the team fight here. Now Emberspirit, he's down.
Double kill.
He could not actually make his way out. I can't see this at all. ERP, but the heroes that were dying are on the other side. Heroes down. One of them being Ember. Like the Vector region's not gonna be a thing of the past once these creeps get in here. Rubik buying back into the fray because they realize, hey, we can do some serious economic damage here. We can do some serious objective damage. And I'll leave the creeps to finish up. This one is the transfer over to mid. This could be the first step on their path to a land. They claim not just one set of racks, but maybe 2 the second melee racks as well. Need to commit with the spin. There's a skewer back on 2018. That's a die back on him, but they did get what they came for. Can they get out though? Maybe they can take a fight actually. Haunter, he's doing quite a bit of work here before he goes down. The supports die. Moon as well. Now changes on the cover of his BKB. The Invis will not save him here with the dust. As, well, he's still going to be brought down. 4 for 1. That particular part of the engagement, but again, 1.5 sets of racks down for the count. Juggernaut does survive, so this big killing spree that he's on is also still intact. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's, I do assume it's pretty big. Can't remember the last time he died. Roche not back up yet for a while. Would have been handy though with the DD rune. Full Saitama, but again, they're still on the back foot. 18k disadvantage. So Rock Titans, they need to get everything that they have, every bit of skill, every bit of luck that they have. This Evil Ash, he's trying to skew out, but he still dies. Saitama pops the ultimate, Mana Style off the root, but hey, there's the control, there's the lasso, the false promise to try and turn us, but it doesn't have any more heals here. They're trying to just fight into this. BKB protecting a little bit long, it's not gonna be enough, the damage is real. It's not gonna be a troll, and now the right clicks full the Shrek. One is on fire. Even though he has lightning around him, this guy is doing so much work in this game. 11, 2, and 12. Again, one step closer to winning this game. One step closer to get what some of them have been denied here when it comes to ESL1 Mumbai. The qualifiers there, a version of the squad with 2018 Divine and Moon. They played under attack, coming soon. They lost in the finals to Team Signify, but now they have a chance to get to a different Mumbai LAN, but LAN nonetheless. $50,000 online. Was it 50 or was it 100,000 actually? Am I tripping? Was it 100,000 total and then 50k for CSGO and Dota 2? I think that was it, right? Something like that. $100,000 prize pool. No, 100,000 for Dota. I think. So hey, that's a lot of money. It's quite a chunk here, and okay, there's the RP coming through here only on the moon, but they should be able to get this kill, and they do indeed. Changes next on the list here is Saitama transfers over change for stun to bounce, but only towards a lot of creeps here, not really doing a ridiculous amount of damage to one. That's a bit of a different story. Man styles off that route, and now looking for one more targets. 3-for-1 exchange, and Moon even popped back into this fight. They know that this is their chance now to win this game. They make these kills look so easy. But now, there's not even any more buybacks available, are there? Only Ember Spirit has it. None of the ones that are currently dead have it available. Even if Agnes is back, he doesn't have the RP.
My allies have earned
Hold the Shrek for 50 seconds. This could be Mega Creeps. And in fact, I don't see how it could not be Mega Creeps here, especially with Ember going down. He spent his buyback. What? Did he spend his buyback, or was it just a death cost or whatever? I have no idea. What I do know though is that they've just lost this game. I cannot see them play against Mega Creeps. I'm not even sure if they get a single team fight with everyone alive. Then they don't know about it either. They call it GG, well played. And almost there. Well, they're gonna have to change the team then. They're actually there. We're gonna see them at Cobx Masters in Mumbai. Congratulations from my side, and damn, this game is once again shows how easy it is to just slip up a little bit, give up 1 or 2 kills. These kind of things just compounding into big advantages. And we see in the graph it was super even. Then oh yeah, I'm just gonna lose 3 heroes here, and then all of a sudden, unstoppable run. From almost there. Well, similar things happened in game number 2. Rock Titans were able to pull it out there, but they could not finish the reverse sweep. There's a 2-1 victory for almost there. And now we only need one more team. That's a direct invite that has yet to be announced. And we'll have the 6 teams that will be competing at the Cobx Masters in Mumbai. So, hope you guys enjoyed the coverage. And hope to see you soon. Goodbye.